All right, guys, it's time for that Cover Price Top 10. We are going back 1 year. All right, guys, it is time for the Cover Price Top 10. What we do is we take the top 10 list from a year ago, talk about the prices then, talk about the prices now. Were these books a boost? Were they a bust? Before we get into it, you know what to do. Hit that subscription button. If you haven't, thumbs up, leave a comment down below. This is a great list this week. You want to leave a comment down below. Don't forget to hit me up on all that social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and of course, whatnot. Now, big announcement from Cover Price. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, right around the corner. They are doing a huge event, huge amount of giveaways over a full week span. Check that out. I believe it's let me get this right. Yeah, over $4,000 in giveaway prizes over a 6-day span. Head over to coverprice.com. Check that out. Of course, there is a link down below for a discount code if you haven't signed up yet for that service. So here we go. Let's get into it. A fun list today. We are going to start at number 10. This is Deadpool Black, White, and Blood, number 4, the 1-in-25 ratio variant. 1 year ago, the first appearance of Sakura Spider was the hottest variant in the aftermarket. Dan Panosian's fun 1-in-25 variant hit a high sale of $125 for a raw with no graded copies at the time. 1 year later, this book is retaining its market value. The current fair market value is $122. Yet plenty of sales have sold for higher. A CGC 9.8 last month sold for $341. Now, overall, 1 year later, this is a break even. This is due to Sakura Spider's potential to be weaved into comic content and maybe even Spider-Verse live action content. You know how much Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, all that stuff loves using Spider-Man characters. And with a great character that not only can get into the movies, they can also stay in the stories as well. Maybe long-term potential here. Let's go down to number 9. This is Moon Knight number 3, the Walmart variant, featuring the first appearance of Moon Knight's new adversary, Hunter's Moon. This issue was one of the hottest new releases and dominated Cover Price's top 10 for multiple weeks. When Walmart comic packs included this exclusive red variant of Moon Knight number 3, it took off in a big way and hit sales of a fair market value of $31 for a raw copy. 1 year later, the market moved on from Hunter Moon and have left this variant fall back down to $7 raw and $52 in a CGC 9.8. This is a bust for this flavor of the week. However, does Hunter's Moon have long-term potential? If so, now's a great time to buy, as you can get prices at near cover price. Hey, Cover Price. So yeah, guys, I mean, it's a first appearance of a character, cheap. I mean, why not go grab a couple copies if you're looking? And then if you can't, if they don't pop, and you want to sell them, you'll probably get your money's worth. So it's a pretty easy risk to take. Let's go to number 8. This is Captain Britain and MI-13 number 1. This is a fun one. Did the Eternals really come out a year ago? Wow. It feels like this was years ago. Regardless, due to a post-credit scene in the Eternals, copies of this book went flying off eBay with speculation that the MI-13 could be introduced into the MCU. It hit a high sale of $28 for a raw copy, $200 for a 9.8. 1 year later, there has been no new news on MI-13, yet speculation has kept this alive, with word that the agency will be featured prominently in MCU's Secret Invasion. A near-mint raw fair market currently sits at $31 with no recent 9.8 sales. So this is pretty much another break even, yet it has potential to fall way down with another year of no news and could see a boost if the agency does appear. This is a cool one, guys, because I don't know the print run, but I cannot imagine that the print run of this book is substantial, which means it's not easy to find. It's definitely worth grabbing. This is actually one I think I've held on to a few of them just in case. Have I gone out and searched them out? No, but when I pick up collections and they're in there, I don't move them. I kind of hold on to them a little bit. I think there's a lot of potential for this book, and I think it's because the mainstream collectors, I don't think it's been exposed yet fully. Let me put it like that way. I do think there's opportunity with this book, especially if it happens, which I don't know. I don't know where the MCU is going, but there's definitely potential. Let's go to number 7. This is Eternals number 1. Again, the Eternals feel like it came out a million years ago, yet this time last year, in its second week, there was a significant surge of sales of Eternals #1, with a high sale of $500 in a near mint raw and $1,850 for a CGC 9.8. 1 year later, time has not been kind to the Eternals. Near mint raws now sit around $100 and 9/8 fair market value of $865. That is a brutal fall for essentially the foundation of the MCU's future. This is a bust. This book has fallen so hard. And this, I think, is because of the MCU, because of the movie. There was a lot of speculation behind this. There was a ton of speculation at this point last year. So people were scooping up books thinking they would blow up after these characters came out. But these movies have been subpar, like not quite what we're all hoping for. And Eternals, even though Eternals 1 has quite a few first appearances and great characters, and me personally, I did enjoy the movie. I know a lot of people didn't. We're going to see these characters again. They're not gone. They are coming back. So there might be potential for this to go back up. I don't think it will ever see the numbers that it did before. Let's go to number 6. The Thing #1. This is the Liber Mayo variant. This time last year, collectors jumped all over this great Liber Mayo B variant for The Thing. It hit a high sale of $22 for a near mint plus raw copy and a fair market value of $15. Now, 1 year later, fair market value of near mint copies are at $10, with recent 9.8s at $77. Keep in mind, some raw copies do still fetch $15. So this is a slight bust on a bad day, but could also be considered a break even on a good day. Flavor of the week variant, guys. Just be happy it's still even. All right, guys, we're going to get to number 5. But before we do, I just want to tell you, I am giving you warnings here. We are going to spoil. We're talking spoilers for Black Panther 2, Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Numbers 5, 4, and 3 all have spoilers in it. So please, if you have seen the movie, no problem. Keep moving forward. If you don't care about spoilers, no problem. Keep going forward. If you care about spoilers and you have not seen the movie, jump all the way to 2. Just skip all this stuff. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's talk number 5. That was your spoiler warning. Let's talk number 5. This is Avengers number 6. Last year, speculation for Black Panther Wakanda Forever was in full effect last week as loose rumors of T'Challa and Storm's son, Azari T'Challa, swirled of him possibly appearing in the sequel. His first full appearance in this issue had a high sale of $25 raw and $250 for a CGC 9.8. 1 year later, this was one bit of speculation that turned out to be somewhat accurate, as T'Challa's son does appear in the final end credit scene of the film. However, since Storm has yet to appear in the film, his child is with Nakia, who names him Toussaint T'Challa. While the character is inspired by Azari, Toussaint, and I'm probably saying that wrong, is an original MCU character that has no comic iteration. Yet due to the connection, Raws are selling for the same value of $25 and 9.8s at $165. This is a break-even Raw, a bust graded, but don't be surprised if this starts to climb with speculation and excitement, because I watched the movie, I saw the movie, and the end credit scene I thought was absolutely fantastic. I think they did a phenomenal job the way they kind of built that up. I thought it was excellent. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, so there may be a little bit of hype behind this book, as well as the next one, number 4. This is Avengers number 62. Last year, along with Azari, many various sites and YouTube channels recirculated the possibility of M'Baku taking on the mantle of Black Panther in Black Panther 2. This hit a high sale of $695 for a CGC 8.0 and $300 for a near mint raw. 1 year later, this does not happen in the film. M'Baku does not take the reins of the Black Panther, but is featured throughout the film. Near mint raws are trending at a fair market value of $500, though recent CGC 8.0s fell to $350. Keep in mind that other grades are way up. So this is overall a boost. In fact, it had its highest sale ever for the only 9.8 we've ever seen at $19,200 in April of 2022, which demolished the previous 9.8 of $5,877 in March of 2018. M'Baku had a big presence in this movie. I really enjoyed the movie. M'Baku was great. I thought Namor was great, but yeah, we're not talking about that. So watch out for this book. This is a great book anyway. You're talking about a Silver Age key, first appearance. He's on the cover, great cover, awesome book. Let's go down now to number 3. This is Avengers number 1. Now, along with issue number 6, his first full appearance of VERYGARY, his first cameo appearance had the most traction, with many early buyers thinking this was his full first appearance. It hit a high sale of $145 for a CGC 9.8 and $15 for a near mint raw copy. Today, raws are trending at $17, yet 9.8s have fallen to $105. Now, as noted, Azari does not appear in Wakanda Forever, but an alternate version created within the MCU did appear. Since this is the closest we get to a comic first, it's still selling decently, but 1 year later, it's break even and a bust for graded. Again, guys, that's right now at the time of this recording. Within a week or two, don't be surprised if this book starts to climb. If it's something you want, I'd chill out on it. I would sit, wait. Don't go spend your money and fall for the FOMO. Let the book come back down to earth, and then if it's something you want, get it then. I would wait if you want this book, because I'm just assuming, again, this is my assumption. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Don't go do what I say. This is just general advice. I'm assuming that this book is going to start climbing, again, because of the hype behind the movie and the fact that this speculation actually came true to a point, because it's technically a different character, but it's kind of the same. All right, we have 2 left, guys, and I just want to remind everybody, check out Covrprice.com. They're giving away over $4,000 in giveaways over a 6-day span near Thanksgiving, and there is a link down below in the description. Use that link, you get yourself discounted membership, and check it out, see if you like it. All right, let's get to number 2. This is X-Men Adventures number 1. During Disney Day last year, it was revealed that X-Men 97 animated TV series for Disney Plus will premiere in 2023. This nostalgic and beloved series sent fans rushing to the first comic book version of the X-Men 97 in this 1992 X-Men Adventures series. If you recall, this landed on our top 10 2 years ago when the X-Men 97 avatars were included on Disney Plus, and many speculated that a new series could be in the works. Well, that was correct, and Near Mint Raws were selling at $25, had a high sale of $400 for a CGC 9.8. 1 year later, this hit a high of $487 in April of 2022. Yet 9.8 sell for $293, so it is a bust graded. Yet near mint raw copies are way up to a fair market value of $70, with some sales hitting $100. That's a significant boost. This may mean that 9.8s are a great buy right now. It also may mean that the 9.8s, when I say a great buy, it means that they're going to catch up to the kind of, not ratio, but basically it means they're going to climb in price. It's only a matter of time before people stop spending $100 on a near mint raw copy and start spending $300 on a CGC 9.8 that's guaranteed. So there we go. One more to cover. I want to say thank you all for hanging with me to this point. I hope nothing was spoiled for you. I feel like I gave you plenty of notice to either leave the video or hop forward. Anyway, let's get down to our number 1. This is Strange Academy 13 by Arthur Adams. Last year, this Arthur Adams Magic headshot cover was one of the most sought after books and quickly disappeared from the shelves. Hit a fair market value of $27, with 9.8s a month later hitting $130. Today, this flavor of the week has retained its near mint raw fair market value at $31. A very slight boost. Yet 9.8s have fallen by 50% at a current $70, making this a bust graded. Guys, don't fall for the flavor of the week. Don't do it. Let's get out of here. You ready for this? Here we go. Usually our reflective lists showcase overwhelming bust or significant boost. Now, 1 year later, this list presents something a little more interesting, where each book either held in value or featured both busts and boosts in raw and graded sales. If you skipped over the Black Panther spoilers, then you'd be surprised at what the market has clung to over the past year. But the big question is, what will some of these books look like in the next couple of weeks, let alone the next year or even 3 years? If you would have bought into all of these books last year, you find your investment sitting at the same market value. That's if you didn't purchase the Eternals #1 last year. So if so, that will push you into the red. However, what future does this book have in the MCU? Can it come back? If so, how high? If prices fall any lower, it could still be a great book to buy into. Keep a close eye on the 9.8s, guys, and make sure you check out coverprice.com for their top 10 movers and shakers list. And don't forget to come back here next time because we're going back 3 years. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to swing over to Covrprice. Check out those giveaways through Thanksgiving. Thank you so much. And as always, keep it comics.